in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Felt like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. And I've been magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Yeah, drown out my problems, let me When I've been magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits.
Coach, the rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders and the Baltimore Ravens. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Check 53. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense.
There's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 7. Second down.
That's how we do that. They don't want it.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 28-yard line.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Let's go.
Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Wide, get wide. Eddie Weapon. Hey, switch gears. Under crunch, under crunch, under crunch. Shit.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On the return is Jones. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
93. 56. Check. Go Chiefs. Let's get that ball here. Let's get that.
From the gun, it's Carr. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. To throw, it's Carr. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the 1st half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. First carry now for Justice Hill. And some room to maneuver. The 20. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Justice Hill, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10.
Tighten up, pull together. 56, Mike, 56, right there, right there.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Watch the ship, watch the ship. Kill. Watch the safety creep. Joker. Switch it. Come on, switch it. He's checking. Crash. Check. Low. Alert 3.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Get down. Blue 80. Stick it to Mike. Raider 9. Give me that ball, defense.
throwing his car on third down. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A big play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7.
That ties the game at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And some room to work. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash too.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On first down, they go right back to Cohen. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one good for 33 and a first.
But he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 25-yard line. Jackson from the shotgun. They complete it to Hill. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover,
and he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. So they're down in the red zone. They opt to utilize his legs instead of the arm. It works out pretty well.
I like what they were thinking there, because in most situations now, defense is accounting for all the other runners on the field and, of course, for pass plays. But the quarterback position, oftentimes it is unaccounted for. Offense coordinator felt it, dialed it right up.
Inside the red zone, is this something teams should maybe, depending on the quarterback, do more often?
Definitely. If you've got a quarterback who can actually move it with his legs, that's an extra option and an extra weapon for you. I think they should utilize it more often.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Mike 56, Mike 56. I'm not ready. Go. Turn up. Kill, turn up. Check 26, check 26. Express, 93. SOS. Kill.
To throw again. Carr. It's Williams on the catch. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
Express. 637. Hey, Delta.
On first down, Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sione Taki. Coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Check. Slam. Bang. Mike 56. 808. 56. I'm coming. 5.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Carr. That one complete to the former Seminole, Auden Tate. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Ravens 14, Raiders 7.
Down. 56. 180. 180. We're good. 180. 56. Mike 56. Kill. Score. You're online, baby. You're online. Mike 56.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. And a quick throw here, that's complete. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
56 is Mike. All day, every day, any day. 734. Mike, go. OP. Check. Lucky.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
And especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
Box drop. Check three. 694.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Hey, high 7.
From midfield, here's Carr. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
Check. You're mine. You can't block me. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Hey, 734. Hey, Alpha. Watch it. Express.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Check your hot read. 61.
First down, a run with Cohen. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
I'm on. Check 9.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Army. Check. 53's the mic. 53. Check 53. I'm coming.
This is Cohen. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Come on, set. Not a whoop. Watching your grind. All day, punk.
Third and goal, Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Miles Boykin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep.
Let's go.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Right Monday down. Hey, turn it up. What do? Tight dog. Have me.
To throw again on second down. Carr. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Let's go.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Carr completes it, and he gets it down to the 32.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
29. 56. Bravo. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
Looking to throw again on second down. Carr, and he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Sione Takitaki picks up his second sack of the afternoon. On third and long, it's Carr, and that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. You got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown with touchdown number 8 on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1.
The Raiders take over first.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Carr now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. He completes it to Tate. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Watch out. Watch out.
Throwing again on second down. Carr. Quick hitter here. It's complete. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Express. You're mine. Deuce right, Chief. White. Check 3. Hey, exit.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert get to the half and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go! Let's go!
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to have this down deep into Oakland territory. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. They go play action now. Jackson. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
It's 2nd down and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Just like that.
Here's Jackson throwing again. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Miles Boykin in the final seconds of the first half as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime?
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Throwing on first down is Carr. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Carr now on first down. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. A Raider first down, 17 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Right there in the middle, 55. 6 man. Check curls, check curls, check curls. Topper!
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Defensively, that's Earl Thomas, the all-pro safety, knocking it free.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
637.
Carl trying again on second down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Carr to throw again. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 31-yard line. Carr now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Throwing now is Carr. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Well, let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game, and all of them started with ball security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball was the key to winning games. They can't believe what they're seeing right now because they spend all this time on it with the fundamentals, taking care of it, tucking it away, and they're not doing it.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Let's go, you tighten up.
This time Jackson will throw it. Flushed out right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, Charlie! Watch the screen,
From the gun, it's Carr. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Jacobs. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. On third down, here comes Jacobs. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. Carr to throw for it on fourth down. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. That is now seven interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
55's Mike. Watch the run, watch the run.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Exit, exit.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Mike 55.
Now it's Jackson. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Switch, switch, switch. Shift. 66. Bullet. Half. Flare. A little flare. 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 Check, check. Fresno. Fresno. Shift, shift.
They'll try and pick it up with Cohen. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position.
Down. 180. 56. Right there. 56. Yeah, let's go back down.
They'll run on first down. Swift. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Sione Takitaki able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Throwing on 3rd and long. Carr. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Now, bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
We got this.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Here we go.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
I'd sure love to offer some advice to the defensive coordinator, but his guys are just getting run over by an offense that's executing like a well-oiled machine.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Off the draw, here's Hill. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 46. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Carr now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
He's going to run. Who's right? Hey, alert 3. Express. Watch it. 36. 694. Hey, wahoo.
Throwing again. Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Carr going to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Carr now to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Your mind. Switch gears. Undercrush. White Monday down.
Again, it's Carr. That's going to be caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. In for the score. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. As this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go! At their own 22-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football.
And the Raiders have got him. Oh, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he better get home.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. There's Jackson on 3rd and long. He's going to look deep down the field. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where, in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takes.
That's going to be caught by Williams for a Raiders touchdown. Tyrell Williams with touchdown number 8 on the year, as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. And now the Raiders will face an important 2-point conversion attempt here.
Hey, 734. Jumper. Switch it. Come on, switch it. He's checking. Crash. Check.
They'll try and run it in, but he is not going to make it. It's a big play by the defense, and they're going to hold on to their 2-point lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Again, it's Cohen. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. This across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 33 and a first. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now they'll run it with Cohen. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Hey! That's it! Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Check.
Jackson now. And he's got his man on the out route. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 25 yards there on the catch and run. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
No gain on the play. Jim. At the 7.
They try again with Cohen. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Tariq Cohen, his 17th touchdown now on the season, as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes this a 9-point game.
Extra score, Ravens 42, Raiders 33.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
You ain't going nowhere. 29. 56 to me. Orbit. Check 56.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And the movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5.
Hey, 734. Hey, Haywood. Mike 56. Mike 56.
Shotgun now for Carr. Now a desperation throw deep, and this will be caught at the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. So just under 2 minutes to play, and this would figure to pretty much be your ball game right here. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3 and out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
On 1st down, it's Cohen. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. A sizable gain there, 9 yards as they get it back to a 3rd and 5. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Check 13. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Ringo.
They'll run on 1st down. Cohen. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Here we go, 50-50.
On first down, it's Cohen, and he's going to work this one down to about the 5. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, we'll likely put an end to this thing. On 2nd down, it's Hill. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Justice Hill, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year, as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and it might seal the deal as that makes it a 2-score game here with not a lot of time remaining. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now.
And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sione Takitaki able to record his 5th sack of the season. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Ravens, they get back to 500 now as the win moves them to 7-7. And they'll get another